BMW M3 CSL review. What is it? Coupe, sport, lightweight. Before the new M4 CSL, BMW only applied the CSL badge to two cars in its history, the 3.0 CSL, a homologation hero nicknamed the Batmobile, and this oh-so-delicately styled special edition of the E46 BMW M3, introduced in 2003. All credit to M Division, really. It surely kept the letters trademarked and could have slapped them on a number of its recent products, but it clearly knows that L at the end needs to be earned. This M3 certainly did. It was 110 kilograms lighter than the stock M3 of the time, which is considerable when there's still two seats in the back. Its dieting was much more nuanced and considered than simply flinging superfluous bits in the skip, though BMW would let you lose the stereo and aircon if you wanted to. There's its carbon fiber roof. Now a staple on even 2-ton M8 Grand Coupes, but the M3 CSL pioneered it. Other areas, the rear diffuser, front skirt, and interior panels used motorsport-derived composite materials, while the bonnet was made of aluminium and the rear window from thinner glass than standard. Think that's nerdy? There's also a carbon airbox hooked up to the engine, losing yet more grams while giving the 3.0-litre straight-six a newly prickling intake noise. BMW also fiddled with the cams and valves to liberate another 17 brake horsepower, the CSL producing peaks of 355 brake horsepower and 273 pounds-feet peaks. Bundle that in with the 1,385 kilograms curb weight and 0 to 62 miles per hour took 0.3 seconds less, at 4.9 s. The M3's electronically limited 155 miles per hour top speed remained, unless you walked into the showroom clutching a racing license, in which case they'd loosen it up to 174 miles per hour, and to think you now get a similar gain by lobbing another $2,000 at VW when you buy a Golf R, but none of the above are the CSL's biggest talking point. That's nestled between the two bucket seats up front, the stubby little cylindrical lever that clicks between reverse, neutral, and first gear. M Division ditched the M3 stock manual gearbox and replaced it with an automated single-clutch transmission that changed gear quite slowly. Like a blemish on a supermodel's face, it diverted many people's attention away from all the other wondrous stuff the CSL could do. The speed at which paddle-shift gearboxes have developed since the early 2000s has only exacerbated how jerky and reluctant its shifts could be. But what happens when we revisit the M3 CSL and that transmission, knocking on for 2 decades later? What's the verdict? Simply one of the greatest M cars, jerky gear changes and all, the greatest ever M car. It's right up there, despite its infamous blemish. All the most iconic performance cars have a quirky backstory, or have a chink in their armor that makes owning, running and driving one that little bit more involving. The more effort you put in, the more satisfaction you get out.